For those watching this kind of video, I bet that you are the type of person that looks after your physical health. You eat healthy, move your body, and practice rituals good for the soul. There may be one problem though that is stopping you from reaching your fullest potential in this lifetime that we live. Your mind. I've believed for a long time now that we are what we consume, the foods we eat, the people in our life, the way we move our body, and most importantly, what we feed our minds. What are you feeding your mind? What are you consuming? It is Sunday, and for the first time in a long time, it feels like the sun has finally come out, and I'm just so happy about it. I feel like I've been in a very stagnant winter slumber. So, what am I consuming this Sunday morning? It is 10:40. I'm about to do a 5K walk. And on that walk, I'm going to be consuming nature. So this is a practice I've been doing for like a few months now, and I have mentioned it on one of my other videos, but basically I've been going on long walks without listening to music or podcasts or, any kind of content, and actually consuming nature around me and, giving myself time to process, reflect, heal, release, and just like also just notice the season around me, really like notice nature. And something that's made me so happy is starting to see these like yellow flowers that have been blossoming. They blossom on gum trees here in Australia, and it just means spring is on its way, so I just can't wait. Because the media, television, books, and social media that you are feeding your mind is either controlling your reality due to the influence on your mind, or it's taking up way too much space in your mind. The very space you need to think for yourself, process your emotions, and allow inspiration to come through. So what do I consume? I consume books, I consume documentaries, I consume nature, and a lot of it. I consume whole, unprocessed foods. And I consume healing music. So I'm not saying that we should all just move to the country and all eliminate social media altogether, but you do have a choice over your attitude, your actions, how you use your time, the time that you have, and the life that you get to live. You have control. You have choice. What are you going to consume? How are you going to use your time? What are you going to feed your mind, body, and soul? So it started raining on my walk, and I was a bit worried, but it's passed, and now it's like this beautiful calm after the rain. The sun has come back out, and honestly it's just so exhilarating, even just like being in winter, embracing winter. Like, this is so good for my immunity, the sunlight, like the wind, the cold, the rain, just as we did naturally centuries ago. So my cup is full just from being out here and being rained on. It is the simple things. This time last month, I was in a bit of a winter depression and winter stagnance. I was consuming a lot of television, I was binge eating a lot of food, spending a lot of time scrolling social media, especially the short form content that is so addictive, and just consuming and consuming and consuming. I hardly had any space for myself to grow, to reflect, to process, yet that was the very thing I desired, the very thing I wanted. But what I was consuming was controlling me. It was taking over. I couldn't grow. I needed to start listening to myself instead of listening to others on social media. So if you haven't gathered by now, I quit social media, and I did it again just recently, which I've done a video about, but something new that I've discovered is the information I'm consuming, being really intentional with it and choosing what I learn and take on and use in my own life. For so long, I looked at social media, especially for diets and ways of living and looking at lifestyles outside of myself and looking at only certain things, like for example, the ancestral diet or the keto diet, paleo diet, whatever you call it. But lately now, I'm turning to books as my knowledge, as my learning. I'm turning to documentaries and just intentional podcasts. And what I'm doing from that, I'm not taking on everything I'm learning, but I'm choosing what I want to take out of what I've learned. And, you know, hone in on my intuition and really just be intentional with what I do, with what I'm consuming, the information I'm consuming, the books I'm reading, you know, the healing journey I'm on. I'm being intentional, but also learning as much as I can about the body, the brain, psychology, biology, all of that stuff. But then also being authentic to my lifestyle. So it's just been really great, just being so intentional with the information and the learning that I am consuming and letting go of getting all of that information from social media, which has just been so refreshing. Thank you so much for watching and being intentional and choosing to consume my content. I'm so grateful, and I'd love for you to comment what you learnt from this video and what you're going to implement in your own life and on your own journey. For those who want a bit of extra content from me, including vlogs, check out my Patreon membership where I have exclusive videos, including health videos and the monthly Q&A. And also, I've just introduced it, a new podcast, which is just so exciting. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.